Hello everybody, this is Dark Ninja, and today is part 2 of secret angles you can find in World of Tanks. I've made the part 1 of this video already, which I'll link in the description. If you enjoy this video, then I'd recommend you watch that as well. So let's just get right into it. First on Berlin, this is an angle which Taco showed me. So right here, I'll zoom out in a second, you can see from the south spawn in this window here, you can actually get an angle onto enemy heavy tanks who are playing this window there. This angle is really only useful in something like a 4005 or like a 268, which has really high pen, because you're going to be shooting them most likely in the upper hull or the turret. But it's really nice to know about, especially because they nerfed a different angle that you could use from around this position. Right here, there used to be an angle through here onto this window, but they nerfed that. It's not there anymore, so you have to come way out here now to get the angle. Now we're on Ensk. This one is sometimes useful if you're playing this window area and you see someone peek this corner here. You can get a shot through there. And you can use it in return. I believe there's some strat in like Clan Wars where you use some gap in this area. I'm not sure exactly where it is with a mouse to shoot like an E3 who's playing the rails, but I don't really know about that, to be honest. Next angle we have is on Ghost Town. So if there's ever someone playing this corner where the mouse is, if they are tall enough, you can actually just shoot it from over here. So your south spawn, Ghost Town, you move up here and you just get free shots onto that corner there where the mouse is. You just have to pull into cover after you fire because you could get lit. But here's another angle through here. This one's not super useful, to be honest, because it's pretty rare. It's pretty rare that someone's actually playing that corner, but where it is useful is potentially in the assault game mode, as well as for small format 7 vs 7 attack defense. You can play this corner and deny them over peeking here onto the cap, which is located here. So if they over peek, you just shoot them through this gap. Here's another angle on Stu's Yankee. If you're in like a 279 or something, which is why I'm in this tank for this clip, and you can play this area, then you can actually shoot through this gap here. You just have to be in a tank that can actually take hits frontally, because otherwise you'll get farmed. And then there's some pretty obvious gaps here, which I didn't actually know about until I just was taking a look around this area. It's on both sides, so from the north cubby, or sorry, the east cubby and the west cubby, there's just gaps straight through here, which are pretty huge gaps. Next angle, we're on Westfield. Now this gap here, basically what you do, this is the one I learned about recently for my Yuxin. So basically, where the Sheridan is right now, heavies will be peeking up to shoot anything in this area. And from this angle here at this house, the angle is actually super good on their side turrets, which I didn't realize until recently. There are shots from back here at E6 onto their side turrets, but the shots are not nearly as good as they are from this house here. You just have to be kind of careful in this area, especially on encounter when everybody spawns up here, because they can pressure the low city and kill you, so you have to be very careful. I recommend going to this position in reverse if you're in like a light tank. I use this next angle all the time on Westfield from the other spawn. So basically what you do, you come to this house here and you can just peek around this corner backwards to escape quickly and spot anybody who's playing on this corner here. And what's super useful about this position is not just the damage you get, but your teammates who are playing over in this area in the south actually have shots quite often on that area there. If you want to get really fancy, you can even HE down. You can HE down this tree right in front of the EBR. This one right here, if you HE it down backwards like this, then you can actually peek this unlit. Another thing you have to watch out for here, though, is this position up here, where tank destroyers will sometimes play. Just be cautious, because once you get lit, you want to get safe behind this house so that they can't shoot you. Next angle I wanted to show you is that you can actually shoot through parts of this blimp right here. So if you're ever in this position here, you can just shoot straight through it and people won't know what hit them, I guess. This next position is quite complicated. So this area here offers good line of sight onto that corner right there. It also offers line of sight onto that corner there. Now, the trick with this position is this tree here only provides 25% camo, and after you fire, depending on your tank, you'll have anywhere from 0 to 10% camo. Now, as you can see from this ping, you're 365 meters away from them. Basically, what that means is if they have like 480 meters view range, then you really need to have like 5 to 10% camo after firing in order to make this position work. Otherwise, you'll just get spotted. So a Sturf can play this position just easily. The other thing is you want to back up as far as you can before you shoot, just to make that distance even greater. Now here on Pilsen, I learned this one from Docky. You can actually just nudge these doors here and get angles through them, as you can see. Next angle I wanted to show you about is on the west, E1. Actually, if you're tall enough, just shoot straight over this stuff. You can just shoot straight through it. And so here, I wanted to show you, on the left, I had already destroyed this this blue windows, I guess. But this is destructible and you can shoot through it. So even though it looks like you can't actually shoot through here, as I will show you, the shot actually does fly through. Now in Mal and Offcut, oftentimes when you're playing in this position in a tank destroyer, it can be very uncomfortable because there's these gaps through the buildings, where the enemy light tank who is playing in this super standard bush will spot you. So what you want to do if you're ever playing here is hide on this corner as best you can. And if you know their light tank is there, what you do is you just slowly peek around the corner unlit. And if you get lit as soon as you peek this, then you know the light tank's in that bush, and then you can just blind fire the shit out of it until they die or leave. Next angle I wanted to show you is actually a spotting angle. This is on Live Oaks. You come to this area here and knock over this tree, and it gives you great line of sight onto this area right here where the E50M is. People like to play in these bushes here, and as they enter or leave the bush, you easily spot them for your tank destroyers. Next angle is on Paris. This position I play very commonly, so there's like some bushes behind where the EBR is right now, or some trees that you can knock over for camo. But if there's no one playing on top of the bridge, and they're playing this corner here, you can just travel forward and actually just shoot straight down into them. This next angle is kind of just like a position. Another one I learned from Docky. If you're in a really good hold down tank, you can come here and actually just shoot that corner and play hold down on them. Next we have Abbey. As you can see, this one's pretty well known. You can actually shoot through that gap there as they move up into the Abbey. But if you're in a fast enough tank that is skinny, you can actually just drive through here as well. Now to be honest, I very rarely use that to drive through there, but it's good to know about anyways. Next, I wanted to show you this angle right here, this hold down. If you have good gun depression and you're in a heavy tank, you can actually just shoot people on this corner completely hold down. So like an S-Conk would be great here. You just have to watch out because if someone's playing up where I just circled, they can shoot you in the side. So just be cautious of that. Next, we have probably the most well-known, but I still see people getting baited by this all the time. On Safe Haven, you can just shoot through both of those doors and this door over here. There's just gaps here that you should definitely take advantage of. Here's another very well-known one, I would say, on Ruinberg, or Siegfried Line. It's just gaps right through here onto their heavy tanks, playing that corner there. And it works both ways, obviously. And then another angle I wanted to show you is this gap right through this wall here. There's a very standard bush that tank destroyers will play right there. You can blind shot that, or if you're in a tank destroyer, you can shoot through that gap to get shots on where I was in that clip. Right here, so this is a very common location on assault. So if you're on assault attack, you'll go into this tree here. And everybody knows about that. You just peek here and shoot everything. But what a lot of people don't do, which I actually sometimes do, and very often get away with, is if you just peek all the way around the bunker, and you're very careful about it, and you're backwards in the bush, you can just get free shots onto everything at A7. But you can only get away with this once or twice, because then people will start to pre-aim you, so just be careful of that. Next, we have another one which is useful on assault. So a lot of the time in assault mode, when you're on attack, the defenders will be playing in this northern area. And if you just boost up onto this pile here, a lot of the time they won't expect it, and you actually get a much better angle onto them, and you can shoot them in the side. So the next angle I want to show is actually a pretty common angle, but for some reason I just don't see people playing this position use it very often at all. Even though when I play here, I use it all the time. And that's so that you can get shots onto the mid-heavies behind that rock there very easily from here. And then if you're ever playing this position right here, at G1, there's actually a shot onto, if you look closely on the minimap, the corner of the hill right here. So they'll be peeking this corner here, and you basically can just shoot them for free. Now, if you're ever on the hill and see someone spotted G1, then you can actually do this in reverse as well. So just keep that in mind. You can shoot them for free. The next angle I want to cover is more obvious. It's on Himmelsdorf. Whenever you're playing in this window here in the south, and enemies start pushing around the hill in the east, you can actually get an angle through here onto people crossing that gap on the outside of the castle. Next angle I want to talk about is on Muravanka. So if you ever see a heavy tank playing this pocket right here next to this house and playing hull down on the people on one line, you just go to the church. The edge of the church is a bush right on the edge, on the corner, and you can just shoot them in the side for free, basically, and it's not really somewhere that they can play full safe. So here I am in my EBR, that hits the Sheridan, and I'm just playing the corner bush there. Next angle I want to talk about is very helpful when you're north spawn and you are winning the east and you've cleared out this area right here where the scouts usually play. You can be sneaky and come to this specific house right here. Try to get there unlit if possible. And you just come to this bush here, and you can shoot everything on the enemy team which has pushed up into this this valley right here. They're usually going to be playing on the north side of the valley, which is where you get shots on this. There is a destructible house in the way, which I've shot down already. Just HE that down, and then you basically have free farm on anything playing there. And that's pretty much it that I've got for clips. I hope that you all enjoyed the video. If you found it helpful, I spent like 8 hours combined. I don't know if I'll make this into 1 or 2 videos, but I basically spent 8 hours compiling all these clips and editing and stuff, so I'd really appreciate it if you were to share it with a friend or your clanmates if you found the video helpful, or leaving a like. That would be cool too. Also, I'm going to be making a video on common blind shot angles for free damage in the future, so if that sounds interesting to you, then feel free to subscribe so you don't miss that as well. Alright, that's all I've got. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.